What a football game. Hi there, welcome. It's Sports Center from the nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt. We have one game left this week, 1 week left in the regular season. After that, the AFC will feature a win or go home playoff game, in a sense, between Baltimore and Pittsburgh after the Steelers lost to the Browns without DK Metcalf. Meanwhile, the Sunday nighter between the Niners and the Bears featured potential home field implications in the NFC, and that is where we begin this show with the best thing I saw today, one of the best games of the season. Remarkably high level of offense on both sides. Defense both leave you wanting a bit more, although this game begins with what the Bears have done all year, a turnover. TJ Edwards with the interception. The 30s didn't show it to you. He did, I promise. It's 28 all into the third. Looks like he's got Juszczyk. Puts on the brakes, buys time, climbs in the pocket. There's Juszczyk. 2nd and 10 as they approach the 2-minute warning. Purdy, clean pocket. Juwan Jennings. He is moving across the field, picks up a block from Pearsall, and it's a 42-38 lead. The question now, he picks up the first down. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Everybody gets set. Spike it, you'll have one play for the game. That's exactly what they do. One chance for the Bears. And Caleb, who was excellent all night. First option, no. Second read, no. Avoids the sack. Keeps the play alive. Now backpedaling. Get rid of it. He does, but it hits the dirt. And San Francisco is able to withstand the final drive. They get the victory. Burden was slow to get up. When we hear about the injuries there, we will update with anything that we know. We have our games for next week. Breaking news. 1 second. That's Tim Hasselback. Next week, we've got, hold on now, Panthers-Bucks 4:30. Then Seahawks-Niners. Wow, we get both those games? Well, thank you very much, NFL. What do you know about that? Little New York doubleheader. We got countdown in the middle. Okay, anyway, I'm processing that as we speak, as giving you a chance to sort of let what we just saw in this incredible game settle. I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
Well, there was a lot of offense, which makes it fun.
Right. The combination of Purdy and Shanahan in thetheir bag cooking. Yeah. Trent goes out on the first play of the game. Kittle is out this game with an injury as well, and still the offense looked like this. What are they doing well?
They make things that should be hard easy, and sometimes it's just because they can boil it down to a few things. So we're going to look at them running some of these halfback choice or halfback option routes that they love to do. So all this motion beforehand, you always see them do that stuff. It's just window dressing, but here's why it matters. So they end up in 3 receivers, a tight end, 2 receivers up top. Then you have an isolated receiver down at the bottom of the screen. And then here's McCaffrey right here. So why this ends up mattering is you end up getting a vertical release out of this receiver. And that vertical release allows McCaffrey, in the wake of his release, to run an option route. And when he runs his option route, he can break out, he can hook up, he can break inside. Well, as you're going to see what happens on the wake of the receiver's release, a little bit of an arc release. Well, now the defender that's playing him is playing him outside, break inside. It's a nice pickup. They end up converting on the 3rd down. So now, similar situation. Now there's no motion, but basically, pre-snap. Now there's these 3 wide receivers over to the left. There's that isolated receiver. Now McCaffrey, instead of being kind of in that empty set, he's just in the backfield. Okay. But for the offensive perspective, it's exactly the same. You're going to get a vertical release from this receiver, and you're going to get McCaffrey running his option route. Now, what's going to end up being key is the way the linebackers relate to McCaffrey in his option route. So you're going to see right here, they're going to essentially double him by taking that linebacker, moving out, and then this linebacker playing over. So as the route comes, you'll see Purdy just see front side, not like it, and then come back to Pearsall, who's running the in cut, and just think, man, like, how is he distributing the ball so well? It's like so much of it is off of, hey, we're going to run an option route to Christian McCaffrey. You can't play him in man because he'll just eat you up in man. Right. In zone, he does such a good job of reading it. You overplay it, it creates opportunities elsewhere.
188 combined for McCaffrey scrimmage yards. You have no Kittle. Ton just goes for 7 grabs for 60 and a touchdown, which says to me that as much as McCaffrey's obviously an absolute animal and there's nothing you can do with him, it's Purdy that's making this engine go.
Correct. Well, yeah, and listen, some of Tonjes' stuff is similar things. They're trying to work the option route, doesn't like it. Here comes now Tonjes is the guy that's coming into his line of vision. So, Scott, to your point, and this is kind of what you were saying as we were watching about, man, Shanahan's just like, he's dialing him up right now, and Purdy is on that same wavelength as him because it seems like they're just finding completions every which way. And that's absolutely what's happening. But on top of it, and I think that this is important too, look at some of the plays that Purdy has created on his own.
Right.
One scramble for a touchdown. The scramble where he ends up hitting Juszczyk for a touchdown. I do think it's a combination of Shanahan's awesome. He has been for a long time. You see the boot play, and the next thing you know it was the throwback off of it. And you were like, yep, you could have seen that coming, right? And then it's Purdy and his ability to create that I think is very undersold in terms of playing outside of the design of an offense.
He's actually throwing on the headset as you speak. So there's two topics to get to when we're done speaking to him. One is Caleb Williams, who was brilliant, and the other is just a concern about defense because these two offenses went up and down the field. That conversation with you will continue after I welcome Brock Purdy back to the show. Brock, hey.
Well, Sunday Night Football is finally over, and advantage 49ers, 42-38. The Bears go down. Offense, entirely optional in this one, about 1 million yards of total offense and 100 points?
Yeah, close.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, here's how it went down because this literally came down to the closing seconds. Niners hosting the Bears, 4 seconds left. Bears down 42-38. Caleb Williams looking for someone, anyone. No one is there. Skips. It is incomplete. Niners hold on to win. They improve to 12-4. 42-38 is the final. We were making jokes all night about the million yards of offense and the offense being completely, optional, or defense being optional here, but that was the story of this game.
Oh, but if you're a fan of football, I mean, this was...
Oh, it's exciting.
It was great.
A lot of plays were made.
There was 900 total yards of offense. Think about that.
That's a lot.
The defensive players don't want to watch this tape. I wouldn't even allow them to watch the tape.
Yet there were a number of big defensive plays.
There was some big stops. Only 5 punts.
Started with the pick six.
And there was not a lot of turnovers. The one turnover San Francisco had.
Right.
But other than that, it was just back and forth, and the 49ers at the end stopped them. They made them kick a field goal.
So both teams came into this game with a chance to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. The Bears needed to win and then win next week and have someone else lose. But now the Niners, they control their destiny. If they win next week, Herm, they would be the number 1 seed in the NFC. And I felt like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, we weren't even considering them for that possibility.
You're absolutely right.
How did they turn it around?
Yeah.
Coaching and their belief in their players that they had available. But they've been wounded.
True.
They were wounded early in the season.
That has been their excuse for not whatever.
It's hard to be any team in the NFL at this point and not be wounded.
McCaffrey was the bell cow for a while, the runner. He almost has 2,000 yards running and catching the football. I mean, it all revolves around him. The quarterback, for the most part, made some big-time plays. Defense, in and out. They just kept hanging in there, and now you said it. They play Seattle next week. If they can win that, all their games are at home.
But that's an interesting matchup, though, too. Seattle was a chance to have the 1 seed. How do those two teams match up?
Oh, boy. Good defense by Seattle. They play defense. Now, can they go in there and beat San Francisco and be interested to see? The way San Francisco played tonight, that whole NFC West, there's good teams there. The Rams. Don't forget about the Rams.
Yeah.
Seattle's sitting there, and now San Francisco.
I mean, the way Seattle played in this game to get to 13-3. I mean, obviously, if you're looking at both sides, defense, yes, the quarterback has been really good this year as well. But going up against San Francisco, how would that defense match up with Brock Purdy and who you were talking about, Christian McCaffrey?
Yes. It'll be interesting. I mean, this is fun. I mean, this is what you play for. This 49ers are excited
this season.
to play a home game to win it all.
That's what you
have
want.
A chance to do that as
well. I'd rather have wrapped up the number 1 seed like 2 weeks ago.
Right, and then just relax and just take the time
NFL,
off.
though, they love this. They love this. All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Scott Van Pelt is next.
Yes.
We're back after that. So we'll see you in a few minutes or an hour, but
whatever it takes.